Okay, guys. Guys, try to come back over. I'm here. I don't know if I can send you another message.
You might want to redo the live.
I'm trying.
You just give them a minute.
Ah, creatures. Okay, guys. Maybe if anybody can give a message to those that were on my other stream. I don't know what happened, but it booted me off. So I'm starting another one. Sorry about that. Hi, Joanne. I'm sorry about that. I hope they come over. It kicked me off. Wouldn't you know it? I hope everyone sees the message. I put up a little post that said I'll be back. Anyway, that's a bummer. I'll just hang out here and hope everybody filters back over. Because I want to show you the lid. I'm almost done with it. Well, I'll just have a little sip of tea while I'm waiting. Stream. Anyway, I've got some soft clay here. It's like a little nervous a little nervous reaction. I can sit here and play with the clay and see if anybody else joins us. Oh, that's a bummer. I hope they come back. Oh, there's another person, I think. Anybody else here? I'm gonna go ahead and make a stem for the other leaf dish since I have a moment. I said don't go away, and now maybe they're waiting over at the other stream. So I have my one leaf dish. You know what? I'm gonna turn this over because I don't like that it's so dirty here. 1 second. Get a clean side to this. Joan had bronchitis and wasn't feeling good last week, and now I'm hoping she's feeling better, but she's not here, so I'll check in and make sure she's okay. I let her know and I'm going to hope somebody else can join us. Hang in there, Joanne. I'm going to click over here. I think I put that up, but I might. No, I posted it. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I posted it. I don't know if anyone got the message. Okay, so this is the lid that I shellacked last week, and I started adding some color. And you know how we take like a brown or I'm glad that wasn't paint, or a tan, and we kind of age the edges of our paper. Well, I thought it'd be fun to kind of add some brown to the teacup lid and make it a little more vintage looking. So I think rather than keep it so wet, I'll just use almost a dry brush. It's not dry enough. And I'm gonna add brown. It's this golden brown on the edges, all over. Ladies, if you come back and watch later, let me just apologize. I'm not sure what happened. I do think that sometimes when the air conditioner goes off and on, we've been telling our cable provider that this is a problem. It shouldn't be. But I really think that's what happened. I hope you can still hear me. Oh, hi, Angie. I'm sorry. You haven't missed much. I've been here twiddling my thumbs a nervous wreck because it booted me off, and I'm not exactly sure why. But what I'm doing now is I'm taking paint and kind of antiquing. Let me put it up a little bit higher. Hi, Nettie. Welcome. Glad you're here. I'm putting a little bit of the golden brown to kind of make it a little more antique looking. And then I thought I'd add just a little bit of green. And my brush is almost dry because I just want to put little hints of color. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little butterfly right there. Welcome, Nettie. I'm glad you're joining us. I had a moment where my computer bumped me off. So let me just say, guys, oh, that's too much. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. I'm going to have to do better at figuring out, how to remedy that. Anyway, this is the lid. I don't know if you can tell, I put little yellow dots inside where the daisies are. And then on the other side, I put a little bit of the golden brown. But now I want to use a little bit of this metallic bronze color. And I'm just going to blot it on because I want it to go down in the grooves. It's not dark enough. The thought was that it would go down in the grooves and make the leaves stand out more. But it's not dark enough, which is fine. I really like the effect that it's getting just like this. You're lurking and working. You go right ahead. Glad you're here. Okay, so this is the teacup lid with a little bit of color. And if I had a lavender, I don't right now, but I would paint. Oh, you know what I have? I have this pretty Martha Stewart. It's glitter paint. Let's do the butterfly in the glitter paint. Anytime I do a butterfly, I tend to want to make it lavender or purple for my mom. And even though I don't have lavender or purple with me right now, I think I can do just a little bit of this glitter paint and make the butterfly stand out some. So where is the butterfly? Do you see it? Right there. I'm just going to take this small little brush and hope this is enough to make it kind of pop out a little bit. I have to tell Mary I'm sorry. And who else was with us? Lori. Oh, that's such a bummer. I hope you can see that butterfly now. You know, let's add a teeny bit of what color? I don't have any pink either, do I? Oh my goodness, it is not a good day to not have, I don't even have pink paint. I am really down on the job. Oh, I have to have pink. There's some pink right there. Where did I put my, oh, I made pink. Well, we can do that. Just a dab of red and a dab of white mixed with the glitter paint just to give it a little bit of color. You guys forgive me as I muddle through this. But I want this to stand out just a little bit more. I'm not sure that helped. I think it made it more pastel. We'll do just another coat on top. I guess that's the beauty of crafting. You can kind of find your way. And I do like that acrylic paint, you can just, you don't like the color, you can cover over it. That's kind of pretty. Let's do one more thing. Let's take, I'm going to put the lid back on these before I have a huge mess on my hands. I think it would be fun to put some gemstones. Oh, Mary, thank you. I'm so glad you kept trying. I'm so sorry. I just hate that this booted people off. And I'm so afraid it's going to happen again because our air conditioner was replaced in the spring. And for some reason, the voltage is messing with the internet connection. And I think that when it kicks off and on, especially on really hot days, it does something to our connection. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just feel really bad when that happens. We just painted the lid to the teacup cover, and I added some color. And when it dries, I'm going to add another coat of the satin varnish. But before I do that, I brought in some Gorilla Glue. If I can get the lid off. Oh my, let me get something to try to twist this off. Oh good, I got it. There we go. And because I really like mixed media, and it sort of reminds me of what I would do on a journal page, I'm going to add a little bit of bling. So I have my little tray of colored gems here. And excuse my all painty hands. Thank you, Mary. Like, for instance, the daisies have little yellow centers. So I'm going to add some of the little yellow, tiny little blingies. So I'll just use a little dab of glue. And I'll pick this up closer to the camera so you'll be able to see. But I'm just taking a little dab of the glue. And I'm going to down on the center. And then when I cover this with the acrylic, let me get this closer because these aren't showing up very well. When I cover it with the varnish, it'll also hold them in place better. I think they'll sparkle here in a minute the more I add. It's Gorilla Glue. Let's do a slightly bigger one. Yeah, this is a nice big one. Bigger one, I should say. Not big, but bigger. I've had this big tray of bling forever. I never really found where I wanted to use them, but I do like them on this. Let's get a little more for this one. Thank you. I like to add a little bit of brown to make it look a little more vintage. So I put that golden brown like wash over the top. I think they all have a center now. Has that one got a center? Oh, that one is quite round, but I still want to add one right there. Let's get a tiny one. What is everyone crafting lately? Anybody doing anything fun? I've been still working on upcycling my clothes. Oh yes, Angie, after I paint it, then I go back over it again with the varnish. And that's going to help seal it, but it's also going to hold my little bling pieces on it. You're making 12 snack tackle boxes. Oh, for your crop. Do you scrapbook, Nettie? That's a great idea. Scrap tackle boxes. Somewhere to put your scraps. Okay, so I have the bling pieces on now. I really like them in the center of the flowers. And then the last thing I have to do is add the varnish. I'm going to quick add a coat of the varnish to the leaf. Oh, like why is it not closing? That's why. I miss Shaz. If you're watching this, Shaz, I'm a terrible friend. I told you I'd remind you, and I forgot. So I'm sorry you missed us, but maybe you were busy. All right, so the Gorilla Glue is what I use to put on the bling on this one. And I promise next week to not be so haphazard with the camera so that you won't have to be looking at it zooming in and out. Oh, you're crocheting and cleaning your craft room and beading for a swap. Beading for a swap. Somebody's in for a real treat if they're getting your beading. You do it all, Nettie, huh? Twice a year. Oh, in Wisconsin. Nettie, I'm from Wisconsin.
After she lives in Milwaukee.
Where in Wisconsin, Nettie? I'm from Milwaukee, but the last place I lived was Waukesha. Okay, so I'm putting my last little coat of, oh, you're filling the boxes with snacks. Oh, gotcha. I bet they're gonna be adorable. Oh, Wausau. Okay. I love Wisconsin. Believe it or not, I'm working with glitter at the moment. I've joined a collaboration with Jane. Oh, Jane. Jane is the lady who does the Sunday crafts. I forgot what she calls herself. I like watching her. To do Christmas video on the first Friday of the month. Oh, it's okay. We are the chief procrastinators, crafters are, but that's because we're creative, and you can't create if you're not in the mind to create. So you have to do it when the time and the space allows. Yeah, Crafting Shed Davies or Davis. Yeah, I like her. Cool. I'll have to look for that video. What channel are you on, Angie? Yeah, you guys share your channels. You get some more subbies. All right, so that's it for the leaf dish, you guys. And if you can see the one that we made earlier in the chat, I could peel back the leaf now and go ahead and score and slip the stem on, but I'm not going to put it on right now. I'm going to give it a little more time. Just to remind you, you can use a real leaf, get the real leaf imprint, and then just find something to hump it on so that it can take on the leaf shape. This is Bisqueware piece of clay, but like I said, you could use anything. Oh, you guys, I forgot to show you a really cool thing to use if you don't have a hump mold is a balloon. You blow up the balloon, anchor it inside of something where it won't bounce away, and then you can mold your clay over the top of the balloon. And I do this a lot with a lot of the dishes that I make, and you should see my table. It's got like a whole menagerie of balloons upside down, and I put them on there so that the pieces can dry. Yes, Angie is Angie Paisy. I've been watching Angie for years now, you guys, and I love how she always starts her video. Hi, it's Angie. You know how you kind of get used to how people start their videos, and anyway, that the way Angie starts her videos sticks in my mind, and she's a lovely crafter. So if you guys aren't on her channel, you need to. And Mary, of course, I'm sure you all know what an extraordinary crafter she is and a wonderful storyteller. She knows I'm always bugging her for more stories. I love hearing stories, you guys, just FYI to everybody. So if you make videos and you feel so inclined to share a story or something about your life, I'm all ears. And then Nettie, we'll look forward to getting to know you better, and I hope you can come join us again. So I was going to try to do 2 of these in this video, but I have a feeling getting booted off is going to make me end a little sooner. Oh, you know, I won't get as much in as I had hoped. Yes, drop by. Angie does great haul videos too. Angie did a haul video once with vintage botanical books. They weren't all vintage, but a lot of really cool botanical books. And that's before I knew anything about Edith Holden or some of the more popular ones, something Flora, I think one was. Anyway, I wrote down every book she found, except the one about the birds, because if you guys don't know, I'm quite traumatized by birds. But anyway, that's for another day. And I looked up all the books, and I was able to get my hands on almost all of them at a fairly decent price. And then one day there was one that I really, really wanted, but she had already said how rare it was. Well, I went into this used bookstore in our little town, and I found it. It was just like God put it there. It was like, ta-da, here's your book. So that was fun. anyway, now I've got all these books that I rarely use. I need to do it something with the Edith Holden pages. Edith, am I saying it right? Edith Holden? I can't remember. Edith something. Anyway, I've covered this one all in antique white, and I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to dot it with more color. And let's see, I think I will go ahead and varnish the one that I added color to. So move that one over. Where is that? There it is, the varnish. And these leaf dishes, of course, can be painted in all kinds of beautiful fall colors. You guys might be better painters than me. I'm not a big painter. My sister's an awesome painter. She was a flight attendant, I don't know if you knew that, for like 20 years. And she saw the sunrise and the sunset a lot from the cockpit, just peeking in and seeing the sun in the sky. And one of her favorite things to paint are sunsets and sunrises. And she has one hanging in her studio that literally looks like a photograph. She's such a vivid way of putting the way it looked right on paper. So this is kind of milky looking right now, but it's going to dry really crystal clear. And so I'll have this to show you next week. But next week, I think I'll go back to doing some paper crafting using lace trims. I actually shouldn't say paper crafting because I always mix the two. So let me know if there's something you'd like to see crafted. But we're not going to be completely done with the clay. I do love doing the air dry clay. And I still have this one to finish with the tea light. So maybe I can get that one done. Oh, you're away for the next Sundays. Next Sunday, local seaside for a week in your sister's caravan. Fun. Oh my goodness, Angie, what I would do to jump on a plane and join you. I'll just invite myself. Okay, but if you can watch, just have your sister join you. It'd be fun to meet her. If not, have a really fun time. I'm desperate for a getaway. I wanted just a getaway by myself. I want one like you had, Mary, only maybe not stranded for so long, but out in the open air and on the seaside. Oh my goodness, that sounds so much fun. Okay, so anyway, there's the lid for that one. I wish I had another cup to put it on. I'll just put it on this one. There we go. So I hope you guys liked these. Thanks for getting me to pull out the clay. It's my favorite thing ever. And I absolutely love doing journals and things with lace and paper. So clay is my favorite, but the lace and paper and trim is a very close second. And for a while, it was taking the place of my clay, almost to a fault, because it is my way of earning income, and I was neglecting it for quite a while. So I'm glad I've kind of learned how to balance the two a little bit better. Thank you. And thank you again, guys, for jumping back over here. I'm not sure if Lori was able to come back, but I'll explain to her in a comment what happened. And again, I'm so sorry that it booted you guys off, the sound. I'll have to get an explanation for that. I use my little white china plates because it cleans up so well. All that acrylic paint. It's just gone now. So that's great. Anyway, I had a lot of fun visiting with you guys. I appreciate you stopping by each week. I know over in the UK it's pretty late, so that says a lot that you spend time and join me. The paint rubbed off of this guy, so I'll repaint him. But I hope you have fun crafting or whatever it is you do this week. And Angie will look forward to seeing you when you can make it back. Maybe we'll see you next week. I plan to be here, guys, so I'll look forward to seeing you then. And I send you love, best wishes, hugs, and prayers. And have a great night. Bye, Joanne. Bye, Nettie. Bye, Mary. Bye, Angie.